So, this month, we have a nice topic. It's an amazing topic. And especially last week's message talked to me so dearly. Expectation is the title. Expectation. That ties right into this year's promise God has given us, which is increase. Let's expect God to increase us. Amazing, amazing. This month, it's all about, first week we saw expectation of us to God. Right? Expectation of us of God. And the other is, next week we saw, big two, our pastor's messages, expectation of others that we have. And the last one, last week, it was creation's expectation on us. That was a mind-opening message for me because I never knew that, I never realized it, that the creation is expecting us to have that. Such a great message. I would encourage each one of you to please go and watch in the YouTube channel if you missed the message last 3 weeks. So this week, we're going to talk about something, and I'm going to show you a series of pictures, and let's see how you think about it. The moment we talk about expectation, this is what comes to my mind. Look at this. Whenever I try to eat chocolate or when I try to eat mangoes, it never matches the actresses or the models that they do. Clean faces, clean hands. Expectation is that's how I would eat it. But look at the picture of that kid and that auntie. That's how I eat. Right? Let's go to the next one. Look at that. That is our expectation. Maybe Thanksgiving is coming and that's our expectation. I've tried cooking. I know a little bit of cooking. That's my usual reality. Look at the right side. That hits close to our heart, which is everybody's fridge. When I buy the fridge, this is how I want the fridge to be on the left side, but this is how it is always on the right side. Right? I know a lot of smiling faces. I can see that. Let's go to the next one. When I try to study with friends, that's my expectation, but usually it ends up we roaming around and wasting time. And look at this. This has always happened to me. When I buy a new bike, I want to take my closest one. Of course, in this picture, it's a girl, right? But always, though, 3 or 4 friends will sit behind and say, go there, go here. You would have related to it, right? Let's go to the next one. Usual bus travel on the left side, that is what we were, cool breeze on our face, right? But there will be a guy next to us and he'll be sleeping on us. We are the cushion for this guy, right? Have you experienced it, right? On the right side, that is train journey. You book the seats, but you will be just sitting there. 10 other people will be sitting with you. I don't know if you have experienced it, but I've experienced it. Let's go to the next one. Oh, teachers, if you're here, this is what I somehow feel, right? Usual teaching would be on the left side, but look at that. It's almost like taming a bunch of dinosaurs. That's how the teachers might feel. If Miss Ma is here, she would tell me, right? Next, on the right, let's go to the next slide. Sleeping. This is how we all portray that we are sleeping, right? Like nice hair and everything, but it's all saliva on the side and like that. This is how we are sleeping. Expectation versus reality. Look at the right one. That is how most of the travel goes for international travel with wife. Wife will be like, come on, drag me, come on, let's go shopping. That's how it is. Let's go. Next. Work from home. Oh my. Many of us know the secret of work from home. The upper part will be with jacket and everything with tie, and the lower part will be an underwear at home and cutting vegetables. I've done that. I know many of you laughing. I know what's happening. Right? Look at the right side. That is the beautiful wife when we try to marry. I know Michael is laughing like crazy upstairs, right? But look at that down below. That's reality. Don't raise your hand and accept, okay? You are in church and your wife is nearby, so don't accept it. So let's go next. Amazing. All of us are expecting. All of us are expecting something or the other. Some of us may be expecting a promotion or a child or a marriage or whatever it is. Some of us are expecting that this message will end soon, right? Some of us may be waiting for months. Some of us waiting for years. Some of us waiting for decades. That's the reality that hits us hard. Is waiting so nice? No. Painful. It's very painful. Let's go to the next one. There is someone who has been waiting for a long time, and I want to share who this is with you. Look at this person. Let me read these verses for you. It's from John 5. Most of our sermon will be focusing on John 5. And it will be from 1 to 14. Okay? So let me read this through. This is sometime later, Jesus went to Jerusalem for one of the Jewish festivals. Now, there is in Jerusalem near the sheep gate a pool, which is in Aramaic called Bethesda. Anybody knows what's the meaning of Bethesda? The place of mercy. The place of mercy. The name's called place of mercy, which is surrounded by 5 covered colonnades. Here, a great number of disabled people were sitting around. Disabled people included, it could be blind people, the lame, the paralyzed. And most of your Bibles may not have verse 4. Down below it will be like a subnote. I took a specific translation and put verse 4 there. For an angel went down at a certain time into the pool, stirred up the water. Then whoever stepped in first, after the stirring of the water, was made well of whatever diseases. One who was there had been invalid for 38 years. So there is somebody who cannot walk. There is somebody who is struggling. And there is somebody who cannot help himself. And is waiting for how many years? 38 years. Horrible. 38 years somebody is waiting near the water so that he can get his miracle. Oh, that is really bad. That is really bad. Let's go to the next one. When Jesus saw him lying there, learned that he had been in this condition for a long time, he asked him, "Do you want to get well?" Look at the answer. "Sir," the invalid replied, "I have no one to help me into the pool when the water is stirred. While I'm trying to get in, someone else goes down ahead of me." Then Jesus said to him, "Get up, pick up your mat and walk." Beautiful. At once the man was cured. He picked up his mat and walked. The day, beautiful. Jesus is healing this person. And what did he ask? "Do you want to get well?" And he cured him. Okay, let's move on. I've given the next verses here. Here as well, if you read it down, this guy is healed and he now goes back. And it is a Sabbath day. If it is Sabbath day, there is a group of people who will immediately come and say, "Oh, this is Sabbath. How can you carry your mat and get healed and walk?" No, you cannot do it. And for that, what did he say? A man said, "Pick up your mat and walk." I did. And look at what. After that, Jesus finds him again. Later, Jesus found him at the temple and said to him, "See, you are well again. Stop sinning, and something worse may happen to you," or something worse may happen to you. The man went away and told the Jewish leaders that it was Jesus who made him well. So this is the portion we will be focusing completely on today. Okay? Let's go to the next slide. Let's do a quick resume of this guy, a biodata of this guy. What's his name? We don't know. And he is an invalid man for our sermon today. He doesn't have a name. And his address is Jerusalem near the pool. And age, we do not know his age, but he has been disabled for 38 years. 38 years. Contact details, we don't have. Problem face, he is an invalid, cannot walk or take care of himself. Survival, how is he surviving? He is surviving with the help of other people because he cannot do anything on his own. And look at that, he lived on a mat. When Jesus said, "Pick up the mat, get up and go," right? That's how he's surviving. Let's look at his heart. Imagine if that is us, how we will feel. We'll feel there is an endless waiting, like the green card queue, like curing of somebody's diseases, maybe a promotion. Endless wait. We don't know when it will happen. It is so painful. Look at it. He's dejected. He looks at other people who come just yesterday and they are able to get through. He is not able to. Look at, he's worn out, waiting all the time wants you out. Next, it's horrible, it's painful. He's left out. Have you got a feeling of left out? Everybody seems to be going fast and you're left out. Have you got the feeling? Think of it from his angle. Tears dried up. 38 years, there will be no tears. All tears would be gone long back. Now it is all, this is my life. Who is there to help me? This is me. That's it. Stuck. Everybody's walking over. Unfair. Unhappy. I've just given some examples here. Think of it from his angle. You may be saying, "Pradeep, why should I think about his angle?" Let's go to the next slide. How about us? This is an exercise for each one of us. At this time, can I request you to fill in the blanks with you in picture? If it is Pradeep, I am waiting for something for how many years? It may be days, weeks, months. You've been praying and praying and waiting and waiting. I would encourage you to put yourself here. I am waiting for. Please fill it in your own mind. Reflect with me on this. The wait is it jolly? Is it painful? It is nice? I would recommend you to think about it. And I also want to capture how you feel. Now let's go to the next. While the invalid man was expecting, what was he doing? What was he doing? Let's find out. What was he doing? He was looking up. He was looking up. Let's find out what it is. John 5:4. For an angel went down at a certain time into the pool and stirred up the water. Then whoever stepped in first after the stirring of the water was made well of whatever disease he had. He has been looking up. How many of us are looking up? All of us are looking up for something. Maybe a life partner. Maybe our children's education or their marriage or a home or a car or a promotion or peace in mind or salvation or God's guidance, wisdom. Many of us, all of us are waiting for something or the other, and we're expecting something to happen with heavy hearts. Expectation. So there was a church. It's a slightly older church, not slightly older, it's a very old church. And the podium or the place where the speaker would speak from, it is a raised podium and people will sit down below. If you have attended any of the Indian churches which are very old, you would have seen that. The pastor's podium will be, you'll climb the stairs and up there. And the pastor is standing and preaching and all the congregation is here. A lot of women are sitting. And this pastor was preaching it's a very old building and he's very passionate about the preaching. And he's like, Jesus said, I am coming. Jesus said, I am coming. That building gave up. And he fell on the people. Right from the podium, he fell on the people along with the infrastructure. All the people were like, oh, what is happening? Suddenly he's falling on me. He was very, very sorry with everyone. Sorry. I didn't mean to. Something bad happened. An old lady was sitting next to the people. And the old lady said, why are you asking sorry? You've been warning them saying, you're coming for almost 15 minutes. You told them and you jumped on them. That was a joke. At least half of the people laughed. You're all looking up. Not like the pastor who was looking up and said, Jesus is coming and fell. But we're all looking up, just like this person who has been waiting for 38 years. We are looking. Right? Okay. So when we are looking up, when we are expecting, are we looking up? Is it based on faith or is it something else? Is it based on faith or is it based on faith on God or based on faith on somebody else? I want you to think for 1 minute on. This is the first thing we are learning today. We are expecting, of course. Our hearts are heavy and we don't know when it will happen. We are always looking up. But are we looking up with faith? Is that faith grounded on God? Let's introspect. But this person was also waiting. He was also expecting. But was his faith on God? Let's find out. The invalid man was expecting. What was holding him? There was something holding him. What was holding him? Any guesses? It's a mat. So I borrowed a mat from Jerry. So it's a mat. The mat was holding him. It was giving him a place to sit. It was holding him. It was giving him support. It was giving him comfort. Is there anybody helping him? He is absolutely nothing. He is waiting and his heart is broken. But there is something which is holding him and he has a mat. And that mat is holding him. If you ask him, hey, what is your possession, Mr. Invalid Man? He will say, the mat. This is my possession. See? This is my possession. This is what gives me comfort. This is what gives me support. This is my only real estate. This is my home. Right? Just like how we got our homes. For him, this is home. This is the mat in which he lives. This is what he has. This is his only sustenance. Or this is the one that gives him comfort. Day in, day out, years together, he is sitting on this. This is the only thing that is holding him. Okay? That is a safe zone. While the invalid man was expecting, mat was holding him. What mat is holding us when we are expecting? We are expecting promotion. We are expecting better salary. We are expecting something great, a job, or a kid, or a marriage, or a house. What is holding us? What is supporting us? Where is our support? For him, this is the mat. For us, what is the mat? Let's find out. Materialistic attractions. Materialistic attractions. Many of us are holding on to materialistic attractions, thinking that, oh, that will give me support. This is my support. For this invalid man, this mat is the support. For us, again, we also have a mat. What is that? Love for money. Many of us think, if we have money, I can sustain. That is my comfort. That is my strength. That is my support system. If I have a lot of money in my bank account, I'm all good. Look at a verse that says, I've given some verses at the bottom, but I'll read it for you. Proverbs 11:28. Whoever trusts in his riches will fall, but the righteous will flourish like a green leaf. Earthly possessions. Love for money. Is that supporting you? Is that your mat you're sitting on? Is that your mat? You're expecting great things from God. You're expecting great things to happen. But what are you sitting on? What is holding you? Is it your love for money? Is it possessions that is what you have? Are you completely relying on it? Daily needs, worrying about daily needs, is that what is driving you? Again, I've given some verses for you. Therefore, I tell you, Matthew 6:25, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what will you wear? If not life more than food, and the body more than clothes. Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow, or reap, or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. What is your sustenance? What is your support? Are you expecting great things from God? Let's see what you're holding on to. Where are you grounded? Idolatry on comfort and convenience. Look at that. Idolatry on comfort. Many people feel, oh, I'm comfortable in this city. I want great things from God, but I will not move from this city. He may give me a job in different places. No, I'll not go. I'm sorry. Right now I have all this convenience, everything, but God, I'm expecting great things from you, but I'll not move from my comfort. I'll not get away from my convenience. Is that us? Is that us? Just like this guy sitting on a mat and expecting for 38 years to something happen. Are we sitting on our own possessions? Are we sitting on our own money? Are we sitting on our own abilities? Are we sitting on our own wisdom? Let's see. So, one of my friends back in school, at that point of time, we were just getting along as friends. He is the one who has money, or sometimes we'll give him money and ask him to go and buy ice creams. Ice creams, the cone ice creams. You know what this guy does? He will get 4 or 5 of them in his hand. He will lick all of them. And then slowly come, sit next to us. All of us will be looking at it and he'll be slowly eating all the 5. Because he licked, we cannot eat it. You know what happened later? Even if he licked, we started eating it. Some of us are more attracted to a car, I want it. House, I want it. Dress, I want it. Oh, that, I want it. I want 2 more houses, get it. Possessions. Our own wisdom. That is what we are worrying about. Drawing security from possessions. Fear of missing out. Have you seen hoarders? Have you seen hoarders? It's a program that they show. Look at this picture. We'll go back to this slide later, the previous slide. But look at this. This is one example of a hoarder's house, which is right there in internet. Looks very bad, right? They've got shelves of bananas and a lot of things. Why? They have a fear of missing out. What if tomorrow I don't get bananas? What if I don't get things? They'll try to hoard everything inside their house. There will be no place to move. Oh, that looks bad. How about us? Look at your heart. Look at your heart. It is exactly like this. We have the fear of missing out. We are not relying on God. We say that we rely on God. But if you look at your heart, possessions. Oh, just like this guy. Materialistic possessions. Is that what is holding us? Let's see. What's the next one? While invalid man was expecting, the mat was holding him. Are material attractions holding us? I want to come along in this journey. I was to request each one of you to come along in this journey, in this particular message, to introspect every step. material attractions. Is that what is in your heart? Please examine. Are you expecting great things from God, but this is holding you back? Let's see. Next, addictions. Many of us are into addictions. We don't know. I've given a few simple list here. There are a lot more which is not here. It could be alcohol, it could be smoking, it could be drugs. Pretty obvious ones. Of course, we shouldn't be. But is that what is holding me? Maybe just like this guy, I'm expecting great miracle, but I'm sitting on this mat. Is it addictions that is still holding us back? But we are expecting great things from God? Is it gambling? Is it pornography? Is it social media? Is it TV? I heard on the news that when the whole family was watching TV, burglars came in and took everything and went away. And the family was still seeing TV. I heard this on the news. Crazy. Shopping. Some of us have addiction on shopping. Some of us have addiction on food. Give parota, they'll give their whole family's possessions. Give biryani, I know biryani. Give biryani, people will just say, take my everything in my home. I've seen people like that. Video games. Check your teenagers, video games. Some people sleep. They'll give anything for sleep. If you try to wake them up in the morning, that's it. They'll also try to continue that in the church while the sermon is going on. You never know. Gossip. Some people cannot be without gossiping, without talking about anybody else. Recently, one of a common friend between myself and Tenmoli, this guy became 43 years old. You know what his wife did? She did 43 items and she did a YouTube video on it. None of the items he ate. Finally called us and said, if she has given me one dosa, I would have been happy. She made 43 items, I couldn't eat any of them. And she got 1 million views. Right? There are people who are addicted. Great. Let's go to, while the invalid man was expecting, the mat was holding him. Are addictions holding us? Maybe he is waiting for a miracle. We are expecting great things from God. But is addiction holding us back? Just like this mat? Maybe tragedies. How about tragedies? Something that happened young in my life. Is it still holding us? I've given a few examples. Physical or verbal abuse, emotional or neglect in the childhood. Some people would say, I would have become a great guy if my mom and dad were great. They didn't treat me well. They didn't put me in an high school. That's why I'm like this. Somebody when I was in 3rd standard said, you're very fat. Now I will not go into the public and talk. Somebody said in 5th standard that your hand is so wet, it becomes very sweaty. I will not even give a handshake to anybody now. I have seen people who are in great positions in companies, but they still have these problems. Why? Because somewhere, some relative in some Thanksgiving dinner told that you're good for nothing. Is it holding you back? You're expecting great things from God. Maybe unforgiveness. How about unforgiveness? We have kept people who and never forgive them in the past, but we want great things from God. Maybe just like this guy sitting on a mat for 38 years, expecting great things. Maybe it is us. We are also sitting on a mat. It may be material addictions or any other addictions, or it could be tragedies that happen in our young age or in the past. I know somebody who is 80 years old, and this guy still complains saying, 20 years, when I was around 20, 25 years, that guy was in a great position in a company. If he had given me a job at that point of time, I would have become a great guy now. Dude, you are now 80 years old. He's still talking about the same old story, holding us back. Those old tragedies are still holding us back. Time for us to think. He had this mat. What mat are you sitting? What mat are you sitting and expecting great things from God? Time for us to think. If it is addiction, time for us today to give away that and put it in front of our God and say, God, I want to get rid of. If it is material possessions that is thinking that you get all your strength from, all your comfort from, all your security from, oh, no. I've seen that. Within 10 minutes, things can change. Example, Job. Richest man, great family. Everything went in a day. I've seen that happen in real life with people. It has happened to me as well. No, that cannot hold you. If that is what your security is, time to rethink. Tragedies, how long will the tragedies hold you? You are a new creation in God. Okay, while the invalid man was expecting the mat was holding him, are tragedies holding us back? I want us to think. Yes, we all are expecting, but we are stuck in a mat. Time for us to get out of the mat. Or at least identify what is that mat we are all sitting on. Just like that guy. Okay, let's move on. John 5, 6 to 10, I want you to focus on something. Jesus saw him lying there and learned that he had been in the condition for a long time. He asked him, do you want to get well? Who is asking? Jesus is asking. The one and only Almighty God, the most powerful. His word can change lives. He is asking, what should be the reply? Yes, sir? No, sir. Look what he's saying. Sir, the invalid reply, I have one to help, no one to help you. Blah, 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 blah. Looks like our prayer. Looks like our prayer. He is pinching me, that guy is doing like this, he is doing like this, my manager is doing like this, my kid is misbehaving, this guy is behaving on the road, everybody is bad. Blah, 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 blah. God's question is, do you want to get well or not? Do you want to get well? Answer is yes, no. We all know that God wants us to do great things. We are all expecting. If he asks you, just give him the answer. Give your heart. Don't give all these problem statements. You don't have to explain your problem to God. He doesn't care. His one word will break everything. Don't explain your problems to God. What is that we should do? The invalid man, next slide. The invalid man was expecting and God asked him, what did he do? Blah, 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 blah. What is the right thing to do? Any guesses? Let's go. Tell God your problem and shut up. Please. He knows. Look at this. Matthew 6:8. Do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask him. Psalms 139:1. Before a word is on your tongue, your Lord knows it completely. Completely. So what is that we should do? Tell our problems to God and shut up. Don't talk about unnecessary stuff. He's doing this, doing that, he's doing that. You're telling your problems to God. He knows everything. He will break each of them in 1 minute. He knows everything. Just like our wives. In the night, even if I'm sitting in 3-4 rooms away and I open a packet of a snack, my wife will know in the morning. I don't know how. If you know, you tell me. I don't know how. She will exactly know. And she would have just got up and came and made coffee or something. She would say, did you eat this snack? I would have even taken the snack cover and put it in my room's dustbin. She will still know. If a wife can know that, Almighty God, He knows. All you have to do is, God, I trust you. I want you to help me in this. And shut up. Please look up. Then shut up. Okay, let's go next. I'm expecting great things from God. When God asks me, are you going to complain him about your problems? Or are you going to tell the problems how great your God is? You have the choice. So my suggestion is, look up, then shut up. Okay, next. Again, John 5, 6 to 10 now. I've highlighted one particular word there. Then Jesus said to him, get up. He's asking this guy to get up from the mat. Okay. When the invalid man was expecting, God asked him to get up. Today we are all sitting in mats, different mats. Some of us in addictions, some of us in tragedies, some of us in material possessions, but we want great things from God. We are expecting great things from God. And He's asking us, get up. Time for you to get up from that addiction. Time for you to get up from that. Let's go to the next slide. The next one. Romans 6:4. We were therefore buried with him through baptism into death, in order that, just as Christ was raised from the dead through the glory, we too may live. We are here to live. He is not letting us stay where we are. He's not asked us to stay in the same tragedy. Look at that example. That happened really in our office, not here, in a previous office. We did that exercise, which is what is that exercise? Trust fall exercise? It's called trust fall exercise, right? So we made one person, and we were just giving instructions, this guy fell down. Just like this lady. Our God is not like that. If he says get up, he will give you the support. If he says get up, he'll give you that courage. If he says get up, he will help you get there. He's not going to let you just say, hey, get up and go away. He will help you. If you are struggling with addiction, if you are struggling with any old tragedies, somewhere somebody said you're good for nothing. Time for you to leave that and get up today. Today is the day to decide to get up from sin. Today is the day to get up from that tragedy. Today is the day to get up from that addiction. Today is the day to put our faith in God, not on material things. Get up from the mat. Please get up from the mat. Just like God is asking this guy, the ask for us here today is get up. No, don't stay in that same condition. Don't stay in the same condition. Look at that. Ephesians 5:4, raised from the dead. He's not asking, Christ will shine on you. Psalms 42, he lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on the rock and gave me firm. This God who tells you to get up is not going to let you suffer. He will support you. He'll make you stand tall. He'll make you stand on rocks, and he will make you a blessing to others. That is the God. If he can do that in Pradeep's life, he can do that in everybody's life. Time for us to get up. Okay, I'm expecting great things from God. When God asks me to get up, he gives me the strength and helps me to get up. Okay, let's move on. Again, John 5:6-9. Look at the next one. Pick up your mat and walk. That's the next instruction he is giving. Pick up your mat and walk. Oh, what is this mat? This is the mat which was giving me support. This is the mat which was holding me till now. This is the place of comfort. This is the place of security for me. This is the one which was providing for me. Now what he is saying is, this is the addiction that was pulling me. This is the tragedy that was telling you you're good for nothing. This is the same addiction that was saying you cannot do this, you cannot overcome. But my God is saying, pick up. So far, the mat is controlling me. Now my God is asking me to control the mat. Now who is controlling the mat? Who is holding the mat now? Oh, I'm holding the mat. So far, who was holding me? The mat was holding me. Till now, the mat was holding me. Now I'm holding this mat. I can throw this away. Of course, it's Jerry's. I cannot do that. I can fold it. I can do whatever I want. I have control on this. It cannot control me. This is not my master. This is not my survival. This is not my support. My God is my support. I can now kick this. Sorry, Jerry. I can kick this now. I can pick it up and throw it away. I can pick it up and walk now. I can walk. Right? That is what God said. While the invalid man was expecting, God asked him to get up and pick up. So, once there was a wife, and she was somewhere away, and she called, not my wife, but some other wife in an imaginary story. And she calls the husband, saying, husband, what are you doing, honey? And he says, I'm just eating murku. Get up. So he immediately got up. Go to the kitchen. He went to the kitchen. And then, take the matchbox. He took the matchbox. Take one stick out of it. He took the one stick. Try to light it. He lighted it up. She asked, what is happening? Is everything all right? He said, nothing happened. Okay, no problem, switch it off. It's like, why are you asking? He said, are you asking me to make some tea or something? And the wife said, I forgot to switch off the gas. This is testing. If it blew up, the gas was on. If nothing blew up, the gas is not on. Don't try that with your wife, okay, or husband. I gave some very bad ideas to you guys. This is a joke. Leave it here, okay? Somebody earthly may say something like this, saying, pick up, go and do something. They may have bad intentions, but my God is not like that. Romans 6:12-14. Look at that verse, beautiful verse. Therefore, do not sin reign on your mortal body. Sin cannot control you. And I highlighted the most important part. For sin shall no longer be your master, because you are not under the law. Romans 6:6. Again, I've highlighted something. That we should no longer be slaves to sin. Awesome. Pick up your mat. It cannot control you anymore. I have 10 more like this, okay? Time for us to pick up the mat and move on. It cannot control you. You control the addiction. You control the tragedy. You control those materialistic needs. Okay, let's move on. Last one, John 5:11-14. I want you to focus on the last one. Who is asking this guy questions? The religious leaders are asking, hey, why are you walking on a Sabbath day? And what did he say? Finally, when Jesus told him, do not sin again, this man went back to the Jewish leaders and said to them, Jesus had made him well. If God does what you're expecting, what is that we should do? We should go and tell others. Are you saved? Share the salvation with others. Is God doing great things in your life? Share the story with others. Be a testimony in your workplace. Time for us to speak up. Time for us to speak up. Many of us, what we do after the blessing, disappear from the place. Oh, I've been praying and expecting a great job. God gave me a job. Now I'm busy, sir. Meetings. I've been praying for a baby. No baby is there. Sorry, I'm very busy with the baby. The same God who blessed us, we don't speak up for him. We don't be a testimony for him. I want you to focus on a couple of verses there. The last one is speak up. Let your light shine before others, Matthew 5:16, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father. Okay? Time for us to speak up and shine in front of others. Speak up doesn't mean only your words, but speak up also means through your actions. Right? Okay, so let's wrap this up with an example. Okay? If you go a couple of slides. Yeah, this one. With this, I'm going to close. Happy faces, right? Look at that. This is the men's trip that Jeevan men went. This is my final slide. Look at that. Just the day before, it was heavy rains predicted and very, very bad weather. And we also got a warning. And look at the message we sent to that. There is a flash flood warning and weather warnings for the area. Is it safe to visit the area? We were looking up the map. We were looking up information. We were looking up what is going to happen. Oh my, what is going to happen? Is our plan going to go well? All that. Look at our pastor's message down below. That is our Pastor John Ramesh. Let's pray that the Lord will help us and move the storm further away into the Atlantic, and we will have minimal impact. Look at his message. After that, we never put any other message saying, are we going? Are we planning? Is it on? No. Shut up. We are going. Done. We have put our faith on God. You know what happened? Next day morning, nobody checked anything. Started, we get up. Everybody got up on time, and we all picked up in Benjamin's house. And you know what happened? The journey was beautiful. When we were on the car, pleasant weather. When we were in Galveston, pleasant weather. When we were sleeping, heavy rain. Beautiful. Now we are going to speak up. Let's go to the next slide. Look at that. This picture speaks up. If you don't agree with me on anything, look at Alex jumping. It is like a volleyball shot, right? A victory shot. This picture speaks about it. And we will keep speaking to everyone about it. We did a testimony time in the church about how the trip was. Awesome. Let's summarize. I'm expecting great things from you. You can fill whatever you want. Job, children, house, whatever it is, you can fill it right there. But time for you to look up, but please with faith. Next, please listen to what God says. Open the Bible, read the Bible, and the devotion time, listen to Him. Don't just blah, 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 talk to Him. Tell Him your problems, but listen to what He's saying. Next, get up. If there is a mat which is holding you back, it may be a tragedy or whatever it is, time for us to get up. Not only get up, take that into control. That cannot control you. And finally, speak up, be a testimony, tell others, let your life be a testimony. With that, I close and give it to our pastor.